Thank you, Rachel. June is CPR Awareness Month. It's important to know when and where CPR is necessary. So to better explain CPR and how to perform it correctly, we are joined by Nicole Sirak Irwin with the Red Cross. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for asking me.
All right, so what kinds of situations call for CPR?
Yeah, when you're in cardiac arrest, if someone's in cardiac arrest, they've stopped breathing, that's when you want to be doing CPR.
Now, is that different than a heart attack?
Heart attack is a plumbing issue, which means not enough blood is getting to the heart. Cardiac arrest is an electrical issue, and the heart has stopped beating completely. But if someone's not breathing, that's when you want to start doing the compressions.
And so, what steps do you take when you first notice that somebody might be in distress?
Yeah, there's three things to think about right away. First of all, is the scene safe for assistance to be delivered? You want to kind of look around the surroundings. Second is check with the person. See if you can get them to be responsive, putting your arm on your shoulder. If they're not responsive and you see that they're not breathing, even if the breaths are infrequent or they're gasping, that's when you would start compressions. But the third thing is call 911 because you want to get help on the way.
Or should you do that first?
You want to make sure the scene is safe first, right?
Okay.
Then check the person to make sure that they really aren't breathing, and then 911.
And then, so you talked about starting compressions. When do you stop?
So you stop compressions when emergency services comes, the person starts breathing again, or you're exhausted, which does happen.
Yeah, and we hear a lot about the tempo of the song "Staying Alive" is like that perfect number of beats per minute.
Yep.
Is that kind of what
It is.
Get a song in your head?
It's good to remember, and that will get you 100 to 200 compressions in a minute, but it's a good remembering device during an emergency.
That's right. And so do people, you don't have to be certified to do that in an emergency situation, but how important is it to get certified?
It's pretty important. I think when you take a class, our mannequins have some feedback lights, so you can see how hard it is to get 2 inches, right? How fast you have to do that. And so it's really good for you to have that kind of experience so that you can use it in an emergency.
And how long does it take to get certified?
So it's about a 90-minute class that you take some classes online, and then in the classes we'll get you those mannequins and you get a chance to practice. There's also some classes we can provide which is called compression-only CPR, and we can teach those at schools or service clubs or businesses.
So we hear a lot more now about the compression only, but if you get certified, you are trained to do the full CPR, including the breaths.
Exactly right. Yep. And first aid and AED training is included as well.
They kind of backed off of that for a while. Was that because of just concerns about contracting
I think people,
COVID or something else?
I think if there's a reluctance to do that, the compressions will keep blood moving through the heart until emergency personnel arrive. So it's something that can sustain life, and people feel more comfortable doing that.
Better than nothing. Keep that going.
Right.
Okay. So where can somebody get certified? What do they need to do?
redcross.org/take-a-class. We'll set you right up.
/take a class?
Take a class.
Now, is there a cost for it, or does the Red Cross cover it?
There is a cost, about $90. If you're a volunteer with us, you get it for free.
So volunteer with the American Red Cross, and then get certified. I just thinking this, does everybody who's an employee at the Red Cross have to be certified?
All of the people in our blood centers certainly do. And so, in our emergency response folks. So we take our classes for sure.
And you got to take it seriously too, right?
Absolutely.
Is there anything else, Nicole, that you want us to know?
This is just part of one life-saving thing that we do. The blood donations that we do. And this weekend in Napa, we're installing free smoke alarms to save lives from people who have a house fire. So lots of ways to save lives with the American Red Cross.
And with the American Red Cross too, it is the American Red Cross, but we're seeing such a bad situations with so many evacuations in Canada. Do we ever cross borders to help out?
Yeah, when I've deployed to some disasters, the Canadian Red Cross and the American Red Cross will come and help each other out. It's a really great partnership.
That is really cool. Is there anyone there now from our area?
Yeah, there are. We have a couple of volunteers who are actually in Guam, so for that typhoon.
Oh, right.
But I think the Canadian Red Cross kind of has it for the wildfires right now. They haven't asked for our assistance yet.
Not yet, okay. Nicole Sirak Irwin with the American Red Cross of Idaho. Thank you so much for being here.
Always good to see you. Thank you.
Got to keep that awareness up for CPR. Thank you so much.